Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the daily card for the 7th of December 2017. How are you doing? The cards today, I don't know if anybody's noticed a shift in the air, but I really felt it within the cards. What we've got to remember as well is that we are experiencing Mercury retrograde, so communication as well is, hi Poppy, communication is set to be a breakdown. I got a text message this morning that was meant totally for somebody else. It was really funny because if that other person had have got it, it wouldn't have been good. But you know, it was we had a good laugh. It was my cleaner back at home in England. It was really funny. But yeah, good morning everybody. How is it where you are? It's beautiful and sunny here. It's a little bit cold. I'm on the beautiful island of Ibiza at the moment as well. So like I say, I just want to say that, you know, these readings are a little bit different at the moment because I am doing them live, but this is the only way that I can do them. There's been people complaining that I talk in between them and whatever, but it's you know what, this is the way that it's going to be for a while, okay? So I will get back to normal eventually, but this is how they're going to be at the moment, okay? So Australia, UK is very windy, Cape Town, we've got people from all over, haven't we? Yeah, cool there in Southern California. Yeah, you know, it's when you're talking about the cold, that's quite interesting because these cards are interesting today. So I'm going to get on with the cards. Firstly, I just want to say if anybody does want a personal reading with me, I'm fully booked next week. And then there is only a week before I break up for the Christmas holidays. So if anybody does want a reading with me, there's a short window. That's it. It's like time is ticking on it. So I will put the link below. And if anybody does want to book a reading, then please book in and I can make sure that I can get you read for before the Christmas holidays. Okay. So right, today I'm going to pull the cards and there's a little bit, I don't know what, I felt a little bit uncomfortable when I pulled this first card. I'm using the Tarot Apocalypses, which I always love because I feel that they have very deep messages, so I don't know where I'm going with this. But like I say, just enjoy the ride sort of thing. The card that I pulled in the Tarot Apocalypses is the Three of Swords. Now, this is not a pretty card. Nobody wants to see the Three of Swords because the Three of Swords talks about pain. It talks about heartbreak. It talks about emotional pain in some way. Now, with the Three of Swords, the swords are usually piercing the heart, but in this card, it's different, okay? So what I feel with this is I feel it is more a fear of pain, or it is more I don't want to say imagined pain, but I don't feel, and with the other cards as well, this is really good. This is given a lot of hope and encouragement, okay? Because within this card, if we have a look, I don't know if you can see it there, it is a beautiful card, and it's showing a snow scene. There's three swords there, you know, there's blood dripping off them, so this is saying something has happened which is still very raw, is still, you know, it might just have happened as well, you know, because the blood is still spilling with this. And it's like your heart is bleeding in some way, okay? So it's saying here that your heart may be shattered, you may feel wounded or whatever. But what this is saying is, let this pain that you're feeling, whether it is real or whether it is warranted, you know, let this lead you to a realization, because I think this is what is needed. There is compassion needed massively here at the moment, okay? And when I'm looking at this, it's like there seems to be some grief coming up, okay? Some old grief, I feel, because I want to say that I do feel that you're feeling that there's some sort of loss around you at the moment, but I don't know if that loss is real. I feel it might just be misplaced rather than lost. Lost is something you kind of find again. Misplaced is something that if you look hard enough, you will, if that makes sense. So like I say, there is a grief showing here, but what it's saying is, look at the part that you have played or you are playing in this situation that is causing you pain as well, because what they're saying is, whatever is happening at the moment, it might have been a trigger in some way for you, okay, rather than anything else, because this is saying that there is unhealed pain from the past that is presenting itself into your present here, okay? So it's like there's something, this trigger, I always say you're never annoyed for the reason that you think you are. So I feel this situation that is going on now, which is causing this pain, causing maybe this isolation, causing maybe this feeling left out in the cold as well, because this is what I'm getting here. I feel this is triggering old past hurts. So they are all jumping on board the bandwagon as well. And this is why it is making it harder for you to actually deal with it in some way. Your ego has taken a dint as well. And it's like, oh, they're doing the same as what everybody else has, so you may have withdrawn as well. Because when this card comes in, and especially with this card, what I'm getting is this is coming in with some harsh truths, okay? I'm reading a book at the moment which is really interesting, and it's one of the exercises in it is to ask people around you, ask those closest to you, what your negative traits are. Now, none of us want to hear our negative traits, but sometimes by hearing them, especially from people that we love and we trust and that do love us unconditionally, this can lead us onto a path of learning, of changing, and also it can take away this pain. If we own and acknowledge every single part of us and the part we've played in things, this can actually help us to take them swords away and release this pain, but without ego, without feeling victimized, without feeling that we are being made to be blamed, if that makes sense. Because like I say, this card, I'm feeling like there's a distance there as well, and it's saying you may have to, look at the part you're playing in it, or the, like, notice the pain of other people involved as well. When we are going through pain, it's a very solitary thing, and we feel we are the only ones experiencing it, yet there are people experiencing pain on different levels throughout the world, in every single second. So sorry about that. The internet cut off there. So yeah, you might think, oh yeah, I'm juggling this and thinking, oh yeah, I'm getting this, I'm getting this love and all that from both sides, and then suddenly it's bang, because 3 is a crowd. So this is what it's saying, and it's saying here that there also could be a fear of loss around you. You may be thinking you've lost something, so there may be grief coming up around that. And what it's saying is, when you fear loss, this is because you hold something precious. So it's asking you to look at your situations at the moment, see what is important to you, what do you hold precious, what do you not want to go out of your life, and then put the effort in to try and heal this rift or this pain that is there. Because if we look at this card, behind the main sword, there is sunshine coming through, okay? So this is it. I feel within this, all is not lost as well. So your life may have a little bit pain in it at the moment, but your life is not going to be destroyed from it. This is something that can be salvaged, but it's with a harsh realization, it's with cold hard truths, and it's with communication as well, because the swords are always about communication, okay? So this is about being open to hear, okay, open to listen, and being open to speak as well. Now, what I like about this card as well is it's actually mistletoe that is around that sword. Mistletoe is also always synonymous with Christmas, and what I got when I looked at this card today was, kiss and makeup. That's it. You get kissed under the mistletoe. Christmas is coming. Like, it's like, our nerves are shot, there's a lot of changes, there's a lot of panic, there's a lot of anxiousness comes around the holidays. But this is saying, don't let this sort of destroy your future, because something could actually be fixed here as well. It's also talking about love, okay? And when I look at these cards, there is a purity around here, okay, with these flowers here. So what they're saying is that something needs to be nurtured, okay? Something needs to be nurtured, something needs to have love thrown at it, something needs to be appreciated and valued as well. Because if something or someone feels neglected, feels ignored, or whatever, this pain will continue to to cut deeper. And I read for a lot of relationships and that all of the time, and that is a predominantly what I read for, what people want to know about. And a lot of times there has been this little nick, there has been this little cut, but people don't address it. And they take their stance on it, the other person takes their stance on it, and what this does is causes a divide. And this divide gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Whereas if this is nipped in the bud, there is something here that can be saved and can be salvaged as well. Okay, so this is saying here, this is don't focus on what you have lost or what you think you are losing. Focus on how you can repair and how you can recover this, okay? But be prepared to hear the truth as well, and be prepared to see the truth, because that is where the healing sort of starts, okay? So like I say, there's a kiss and make up here. I'm seeing a 4. I don't know if any of you see it there. It's like a 4 in the clouds here. Now 4 always means structure and stability, okay? So like I say, we're looking at, I feel there needs to be healthy boundaries around, but I also feel that there is stability and structure in order for you to put them boundaries in, and then boundaries be respected as well, okay? So, like I say, a lot of communication is needed. You can't say I didn't warn you. You can't. This is saying, right, okay, something may be leaving, run out and chase it. It hasn't even got to the gate yet, okay? So you can actually bring this back. So that is the Tarot Apocalypsis card. Sorry, I completely forgot what that was there. So then we have here, which is, I love this card. It's absolutely beautiful. It is the 3 of Cups. So we have the 3 of Swords and we have the 3 of Cups here. Now this card, I absolutely love it, okay? And this card is saying, this talks about friendships and connections. It's about joy. It's about enjoying life. If we have a look, those people are dancing in the rain, like rain is one of my favorite things. Everybody knows that when it starts raining, I always go outside. Rain washes away a lot, and I really love that. But this is saying it's the simple things in life that give us joy. Okay, so this is saying here that this is like, when we have true friendships and true connections, then nothing else matters. Our friends will be there with us through thick and thin as well, Now, this week I have been missing a lot of my friends. I'm away. I'm thousands of miles away from them, and it's been very solitary, and it's really made me realise how important they are to me. I have a small circle of people that I have opened up to, that I trust, and I trust with all of my heart, and I know that sometimes they will tell me the cold hard truth, but I know that it is coming from a loving place because they love me, and these connections are rare as well, These are people that I have shared beautiful moments with. This could have been during sadness. This could have been, these people have picked me up or I have picked them up, the friendships and connections like this are priceless, okay? They don't come around all of the time. True friends know your worth, okay? And they treat you with that worth as well. They help to lift you up when you are down. They help you to see sunshine during the storm, okay? And they will remember the words to your song and sing it back to you when you've forgotten. And this is what I love about friendships. They help us see the brighter side of life, okay? So this is saying, there could be laughter here, there could be tears. It doesn't matter. When this bond is there, this is what it is for, They can help you smile through the tears. Even during my darkest times, friends have made me laugh, and some people might think that's quite macabre, but it's not. It's like, that is it. Even when you're going through terrible times, you need that little bit normality, and sometimes that is what these friendships do, So if somebody has chosen you to be their friend, or if you have chosen if you have chosen them to be your friend, really nurture this, really realize how important that is, because if you lose that, this is the pain that you will actually feel, And it's like, I get called soppy all the time because I tell a lot of my friends that I love them. It's a thing I cannot say if I don't mean, but I do genuinely love them. And what I mean when I'm saying that, a lot of times people will go, oh, I love you, because they want to hear it back. you know. But what I'm saying when I say I love you is I see you, you know. I see the light of you. I also see the dark. My life is enhanced because you're in it, you know, just knowing that you're there, even if you're thousands of miles away, actually sort of warms the cockles of my heart. It makes me feel safe, you know. And it's like, you know, there's an appreciation and there's a value. And that is what, when somebody is saying, I love you, that is what should be behind them. You know, that is what should be behind their words, not what is in it for them, okay? Because a lot of times we get too caught up in what is happening to us and we forget, as this is said, we need compassion. We need to look at the pain of others involved in this as well. And we need an understanding, because that is when these connections can grow. And this is when you can get through tough and testing times as well. And it's saying, you know, this is about enjoying the party. It's about being lighthearted. You know, if we have a look, they're all barefoot there, and they're, you know, they're just there. They're just there with each other, you know. So this is saying today, you know, if there is connections where there is a little bit of, I don't know, pain, something, fear of loss, fear, whatever, you know, because we only ever come from fear or love, okay? So if there is something that is causing this pain, there is a fear within it, okay? When we are getting this happiness and joy, there is love. So this is it. It's what do you choose, you know? I say I always have a choice. I choose love every single time, you know, because fear restricts us and segregates us. Love unites us and brings us together. And when we have love, and when we have that deep-rooted connection, and that connection will help us grow, okay? So we can then be the best person that we can be, because we know that we are secure, we are loved, and we are being nurtured as well, you know? So that is, I absolutely love that card. I really feel it is a beautiful, beautiful card. And it's saying, you know, forget the drama, forget, you know, all the shit like that, forget this pain. If you have this connection, you need to reach out and grab it and appreciate it at the moment. We then have, with the Colette Baron Reid card, we have Loyal Heart again. So this is why I'm saying this card, although depending on the cards that or with it, this could have been quite a nasty reading, but what I'm saying is this is the superficial, this is the surface. When you go and dig deeper, there is this connection here, there is this bond, and there is this loyal heart as well here. So this is talking about loyalty in your life. Look at the people who have been there, look at the people who have actually invested in you, the people that have done stuff for you, you know, their actions. It's not their words, it's their actions, you know. This is it. When you have somebody who is faithful to you, and like I say, this could be, you know, there could be something here, because this is often a card of three parties, so there may be an unfaithfulness in some way. But this is saying, you know, you need to, like, when others have proved their faithfulness to you, you know, this is saying these are the people you should commit to. These are the people, you know, like that, you know that you have a safe place in their heart. You know that your heart is safe among them people as well. Because this is it. Loyalty, truth, and trust are the keys to any relationship, whether this is friendship, whether this is platonic, whether it is, you know, romantic, whether it is family or whatever. Truth, honesty, you know, and trust. This is it. This is what is needed. So this is saying this is when you will find your protection. This is when you will find that your heart is safe. And what this is saying here is, look at, are you being as faithful and as loyal to these other people? Because if you're not, that might be why this card is coming in, okay? That might be why there is this pain and this fear. Because, like I say, if we find that we can't trust, that is when we sort of retreat, or we, you know, something like that. Our hearts are very, very precious, okay? Our hearts are also very strong, and they can go on working, you know, after the biggest amount of damage. But if we feel our heart is in jeopardy in some way, we will sort of retreat. Now, within this card as well, we have owls, and I love owls. I always think owls are a good symbol as well. You know, there's always good. There's wisdom comes with owls. But if we have a look at this, okay, the owls are, yeah, there seems to be a bit of a distance here between them. But if we have a look, they're joined at the bottom. So this is saying something has roots here. And there are doors there open within this egg. So this is about being open and honest. And when you are in sort of the presence of loyalty, this is when you can be open and honest as well. There's a beautiful feeling coming through with this card, and it is saying to you, you know, there's like I say, there's love coming through. You know, there's messages I feel as well. I don't know if you can see there, that's like envelope. So I feel there are messages coming through from a loved one. This may be a loved one who is next to you. This may be a loved one who is far away. But what this is saying is communication is needed here, you know. And when with the owls, what they're showing me there as well is an owl in its head 360. So this is saying look at the bigger picture rather than just looking at your part in this. Look at the bigger picture, you know, see all around it. Maybe even take a step higher and look down and see where there is things that need mending, where there are things that need fixing, you know, because there is within this, there is this chance of loss. But what this is saying is that it also, there is a massive chance of renewal, mending, sort of solidifying something as well, okay? So like I say, there's a choice here, there's a choice. But I feel communication is needed. I feel heartfelt communication is massively needed. I feel trust and loyalty should be appreciated and valued. Okay, so this is what it's saying at this time. I'm going to pull a spirit card and see what spirit have to say around this. Because, yeah, these are quite interesting. I like these cards today. I like these cards, you know. Like I say, look at where you are devoted to. Look at where your devotion lies as well, you know. Partners, friendships, anything like that. This should be the common goal now. Working on the core of things, okay, rather than actually distancing or segregating. Right, okay. They're saying that there could be a risk around this as well. I don't know what the risk is, but they're saying take it. Right, okay. Spirit, can I have a card for the 7th of December, please? Whoa, they're going mad, these cards, right? Okay. Right, I'm going to put them in and shuffle again because, right, okay. Right, Spirit, knock these out. Please give me a... Right, okay. Right, this one has actually fell out. Renewal, okay? So like I've said, there is something here that needs to be renewed. If we have a look at that landscape, it looks pretty barren. That's really bizarre. I dreamt I was sending home earth from Spain last night. And it was beautiful red earth. It was red. And what I was trying to do, I was trying to make patterns with the earth. And I was drawn with the earth, right? Okay, this is so strange. This is brought in one of my dreams. But this, it seemed like it needed watering. It seemed like it needed nurturing, right? Okay, it was like sort of desert or deserted land. Right, wow, okay, thank you, Spirit. I totally forgot that dream. So this is saying that there is a renewal coming. And as we can see here as well, we have the sun here. Now, the sun is in there. Okay, so can you see how these are totally different? You know, there is this is parched, this needs nourishment. Here, you know, it's like I say, if we thaw and allow this coldness to go, there is plenty nourishment, there will be plenty water to actually nurture this soil. So this is what I'm saying, okay? There are two separate sides and they need to merge, okay? They need to mix. There needs to be this sort of mixing of both equations, because neither of them, this is too dry, this needs nourishment, this is too cold and hard, and this needs to thaw, and then putting them together, and then like I say, there is the nourishment there, if that makes sense. But this card is saying rest, switch off the mind. A short holiday would do you the world of good at this time. A change of scenery results in renewed clarity and a sense of purpose as well. So this is it, you know, maybe you need a break away. Maybe you're sitting in the same scenery all the time. As you know, it's getting out so that you can get clear. I feel that's what they're saying here. I'm going to pull, for some reason they're telling me to pull one of these goddess cards, and I don't know why, because I don't usually use these, so I'm going to do one more. I hope this reading has made sense to some of you. It's like I say, sometimes trying to describe the images that they show me in my head, I think like, what, it's in Tanya speak. But, you know, those of you that have been watching for a while, they will know, they will understand Tanya speak, you know. Right, okay, Goddess card for today, please. Goddess card for the 7th of December. Right, okay, this is Aphrodite, and this is the card of the lovers, which is interesting. And it's saying sensuality and spirituality, self-love is the highest form of love. And it's saying be a mirror in relationships, receive and be open to love, romance and friendship. So that is exactly what I'm saying. Open up to it rather than shut down to it, okay? You know, there is also, they're saying there is two sides, a friendship or a relationship or whatever. Can it be all rosy all the time? We cannot. You know, if it's like that all the time, you know, then it's not real. There needs to be these two sides, you know. This is what it's saying. This is synonymous with Gemini. So, you know, we're currently in the Gemini moon, and this is showing the dark sides of stuff of ourselves as well, but also the light, okay? It's showing us where there are shadows, and these shadows need to be addressed, okay? So I absolutely love that card. And Aphrodite, that is really bizarre, because this island that I'm on is meant to be the birthplace of the goddess Tanit, and Tanit in other sort of what is it? Oh God, in other countries, in other folklore or whatever, is actually deemed to be Aphrodite, you know. So this is what it's saying: be open to love and receive love, you know. Give it and you will get back, okay? Relationships need to be balanced. They need to be 50-50. Sometimes one person might need a little bit more and then the other person is prepared to give that, but it always needs to come back into balance. When the balance goes off, this is when the pain appears, and this is when the problems start to appear. This is when they sort of pull apart. What this is about today is actually pushing back together, okay? Merging. This is where you will get that unity. Kissing, making up under the mistletoe, you know, because there is a lot of loyalty there, and there is a very, very deep connection, okay? So this is saying you just have to give in order to receive, or, you know, and being open to giving as well as receiving as well. Be a mirror. If somebody is pissing you off within your relationship, okay, you need to say what part of them is alive in me, okay? So a lot of times, you know, especially when we have deep connections, especially soul connections, what they can do is they can actually mirror parts of ourselves that we don't like, and that is why we get pissed off and annoyed at them and blame them. But like I said, this card was talking about, this is about cold hard truths, okay? We need to use this pain or whatever we're feeling at the moment to actually bring us to a realization which will allow joy back into our life and will allow these deep and soulful connections to flourish, okay? So I hope that made sense. I can't believe how deep. So it's these tarot apocalypses. Every time I use these cards, they go deep, okay? So please let me know if that did make sense to you. Like I say, once these go up, he's just got in here. I'm not on any sign. This is a daily card. Jesus just saves Jackie. This is a daily card. I'm not doing readings for other signs. The weeklies will be up over the weekend for other signs. But like I say, if anybody does want a reading with me, next week is fully booked. The week after, I have availability, but that is the last before the new year. Okay, so if anybody does, I will put the link below. And please, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Please like these videos. Please share them with your friends as well. It's all about, like I say, you know, in order to receive, you've got to give a little bit as well, you know. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that card today, and I think there's a lot of messages in there for me as well, okay? Right, Caroline, you're in Newcastle. Yeah, I'm missing Newcastle. I'm really missing Newcastle at the moment, you know. It's I'm in a beautiful, beautiful place, but I don't know. I was going to say that it's not home, but I never think of Newcastle as home. I don't know where my home is, you know. This is it. I don't know where my home is. This is what I think I'm trying to find, okay? So have an absolutely fabulous day, everybody. I'm going to go now because I have readings to do. But remember this, don't let, if you need to make up with somebody, if you need to just pick that phone up, then do it, okay? Life is too short, to hold on to grudges or to let somebody you love, like, leave, if that makes sense, okay? Hi, North Shields. Hi, Deborah. Okay, I'm going to go now. I could talk to you all for ages, but I know when people watch these videos back, they don't like me doing this. So I do have to go because I do have readings to do. But have an absolutely fabulous day. I'm sending a lot of love to you all as well, okay? Because I really feel it's needed today there. Like I say, we've got Mercury retrograde. We've got this Gemini moon. There's a lot going on planetary-wise. At the moment, so expect a little bit of a sort of a wake up and a shake up, I feel, but as of the 23rd, things get better, okay, and things start to calm down. But whatever is being brought up here is something that needs to be addressed, okay? So like I say, Mercury retrograde doesn't work against us, it does work for us, but it can make it uncomfortable if we don't want to see, okay? So I'll see you tomorrow with the cards of today. Satnam.